first quarter.
Yeah.
Because, first quarter started
January,
right?
Yeah, January, February, March. My goodness.
Just touch on all those things because from next Saturday
yes,
is May.
It's new, brand new
First
segments.
off, do you think that this year, in your opinion, do you think that this year is running or not? What do you think? First off, I think April is very soon. That's a personal opinion.
True.
Because I'm like, why?
Listen anytime, anywhere.
True.
Stream us live.
We've been in April for the past 3 months.
I think that somehow like April is
slow.
Okay. It's slow.
Flow
Now
FM
initially it started really fast, but again now it's not looking slow and dragging on. But the funny thing is,
next month is May. That's like the 5th month of the year.
But like the funny thing is, by the time we get to July, we'll be like, oh, hold up. What just happened?
I keep seeing this particular meme on social media. They be like, I think I saw I saw something that be like 2025 is my year.
Yeah.
and then you in the year you are scattered. Like
your hair is messed up.
You can't even find your feet yet. You've not even found your feet, and they're saying this year is your year. So
don't let anybody pressure you.
I find it really, really funny though. But it's Brenda and I today on Soul Sisters, and trust us, we're gonna have fun. The fun will even be double.
Definitely.
They say. So yeah, gather your sisters around. Tell your sisters that Soul Sisters is here. Now, in case you missed any of our episodes, and maybe you didn't have time to go check out our YouTube to see some of the episodes we've had this year. Well, it means that how do I put it? It means that time is gracious to you, because today we are going to be doing a little bit of recap to just touch on some of the things we've touched on before, to reiterate, to talk about it again, because there's no amount of talk that is ever enough.
No,
at all. But yeah, that's what we're going to get into when we come back from this musical break. It's Soul Sisters on Flow FM 92.7. Call everybody. Call your sisters, actually. Call the sisters to, join in on the conversation. We'll be back after this amazing song. It's Rose featuring Bruno Mars, and they're singing
Apate.
Is it Apate?
Apate.
Okay, Apate.
Apate.
Apate. You are a Korean, what's the word now? You are a Korean queen.
Yeah, true.
This is Soul Sisters. Soul Sisters.
Flow FM 92.7.
Already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM, it's where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere.
Yeah,
9
man.
and Destiny Child, in case you didn't know, comprised of 3 beautiful ladies: Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle Williams. They were just everywhere. They were everywhere, and amazingly, after the band broke up, if I could put it that way, like after they went their separate ways, everybody has been doing so well.
Yeah, honestly,
Kelly Rowland is doing so well herself. Beyonce, come on, Beyonce, let's not talk about
she's still
Beyonce.
topping the charts and all.
Even Michelle Williams as well.
Yeah,
they're all doing so well, and it's so beautiful. It's still Soul Sisters right here on Flow FM 92.7. 15 minutes past the hour, 4 p.m. right about now, and Brenda and I, Double B, we're here.
Yes.
We're here. And okay, I just wanted to say something. Interesting thing that World Intellectual Property Day that was today. I just wished it was the day it fell, maybe within the week, so that what's her name now? OJ can now,
so you don't say copyright.
OJ can now bask in that glory. You know what I'm talking about?
Definitely, should be like copyright Soul Sisters or something.
Soul Sisters, exactly. Well, today on Soul Sisters, like we said, we're gonna be having like a recap. The conversations we've touched from the last few months. We'll just do that and just touch on some other things we need to touch on before we move into the new month of May, which is next Saturday. By next Saturday, now we're in a brand new month.
And is that a brand new quarter too?
No.
It's still part of second quarter. Yes. One thing I love about recaps is it like kind of gives you a time to pause, reflect, and just like go back, take. Just cast your mind back to everything that has been done, and then you now start counting, these were the things I was able to do, and these are the things I should do moving forward. And we've been right here on Soul Sisters, of course, everything women. This is your safe space. So bring all the women that they're not doing anything right now. Even if they're doing something, it doesn't cost you anything to be listening and be doing what you want to do.
Exactly, just be doing,
right. Yes, and I remember in February we went into women and relationships in general. I mean, we kicked off a relationship with self, emphasizing how everything really just truly begins with a woman, with how a woman sees, how she loves, how she nurtures herself. And without that strong inner foundation, every other relationship just wobbles. It's like it doesn't stand on a good foundation, and everything is just wild and crazy. And we also talked about women and relationships with men, discussing not just the romantic part, but also the importance of emotional health, mutual respect, setting boundaries, setting standards, and not just expectations. And I mean, also with family, we talked about how, the woman as a child, as a mother, as a daughter, as a sister, we just went into all of that. And that was so beautiful. Like February was just really, really packed with women and relationships.
Because it was a month of love. So we had to touch on all those things. And importantly, we had to touch on, women. I think for me, even as a person, the highlight of that conversation really was women and relationship with self. Yeah. Basically, more like you cannot give what you do not have.
Definitely.
You cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to first fill yourself. And most of the time, just to touch on that a bit, most of the time when they're trying to teach us women about relationships, they'll be like, you can't get into a relationship with low self-esteem and all those kind of things. Today on Keep It Connect, I discussed healing. Yeah. Healing in as regards relationship. But aside relationships, in fact, romantic relationships now, healing is also important as an individual. Absolutely. Because you have to be able to call yourself to order, if I can put it that way, in some certain aspects of your life. Take, for instance, when it comes to, if there's something that I know that has troubled women a lot, is this conversation around low self-esteem. Women, we're always being compared. We're always being compared to each other. They'll say things like, this woman, she's this. It's like, I think it was Simi Adekunle Gold's wife. I think it was one time she made this tweet, and I don't know if it was a tweet or something she made on her social media page or something, but I could really relate to that, and I felt like that was so true. You know, she said things like, they are always telling women what they should be.
Yeah.
If you're too slim, you're too slim. If you're plus size, you're too plus size. If you're dark skinned, you're too dark. If you're light skinned, you're too light.
You're mommy water.
If you're tall, you're not supposed to be so tall as a woman. If you're average height, or maybe you're not so tall, you are wrong.
Yeah.
It's like a woman, there's always a standard to measure women.
Yeah.
You cook, they'll be like, oh, you are cooking too much. You don't know how to cook.
Too much salt here.
How would you enter your husband's house? How would you behave in a man's house if you're behaving like this? You understand? You go to school, they'll be like, a woman, you're not supposed to be educated. You don't go to school. You are a woman in this generation. You're a liability. You know how to. You work 9 to 5. They'll be like, you need to add an extra job by the side. You do business. They'll be like, oh, you need to create time for your family. It's like women are always told. Society has put us in this box.
Yeah.
That we are always told what to be.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like a woman grows up, and if, you know, all things not being equal, which the truth is that's like the reality for most of the African homes, there's always a dad who's maybe not around, or even if he's around, maybe there's an abusive father who like verbal abuse, like, oh, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, or emotional abuse. So you get to find out that some women grow up and so many things are lacking.
Yeah.
And I think in that regard, like, you know, I said something about Cupid's Connect. So I was trying to make a point with that. In that regard, women too need to heal from so many of these societal things that they tell us.
Yeah.
And now what I start to see online now is, I think I saw something yesterday that was quite disturbing. You know about this health challenge with women, PCOS?
Yeah.
PCOS, which is like a health challenge that most women go through, hormonal imbalance and stuff. You know, PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Yeah.
And I saw something, they'd be like, marry a lady who is under 20. I don't know if it's cruise, but I actually saw it.
Okay.
The person said, marry a lady who is under 24, or is it under 23?
Better culture leads, music,
the reason is because, number
and all
one,
the G's.
she is probably, now that there's a chance, she's probably going to be... It's I just have to say it for the sake of this conversation. Now you have to marry a lady who is under that age, because she probably would be a virgin, and then she would not have to go through PCOS.
What?
Or she's not suffering from PCOS.
What?
The person said that, and of course people were coming at that comment and all of that. So it's like society has a way. There's always going to be women on the table.
What school did that person attend? I'm
curious. Even know. Do they even have family members? Do their family members know they're embarrassing them on social media?
I tell you, because that's just like an embarrassing statement.
Very embarrassing statement. But yeah, that's what I saw. So, like, why I'm saying this, why I'm going about all this conversation is the healing part. For me, it's like a very close, it's a part that's very close to my heart, you know. So as women, it's like they're always telling us what to do. If you're 30 and above now as a woman, it's a problem. You probably have a bad character, that's why you're not in a man's house.
Yeah.
If you're this, there's always something. There's just always something.
And there's always something negative.
There's always something negative.
Always, they never see a person and like, oh, I just love how independent this lady is. I love how hardworking she is.
If you're independent, it's a problem because can you submit to a man?
Yeah.
If you submit to a man, they'll be like, women, you need to look for what to do. You cannot be under a man. Okay, what exactly are we supposed to do, please?
Oh my goodness.
It's like if we run left, there's always something to say.
And that is why, again, in the last week of February, we talked about women and relationship with society.
Yes.
Because really that is like, it's like a kind of cancerous, very dangerous ideas that they try to like
very dangerous.
imbibe and try to like just put by force into the heads of women, like, oh, if you don't do this, you're going to be this. If you don't do that, you're going to be that. Like, can you let us breathe?
Let woman
us breathe.
So
okay, it reminds me of this musical I saw when I was much younger, and during the valedictorian speech, this girl was saying, okay, you know, we're teenagers, we're leaving high school now, and our parents are already worried, or what are they going to be, what course are they going to pick, and everything. We understand that those things are so important, but she was like, who knows? This is the time we get to make mistakes and we learn from it, right? While it is not, we're not saying, oh, if you see a person heading towards the wrong direction, you shouldn't call them back. That is not to say you should box them in what you believe is right, in your own ideals, or what the society has just, that standard that society has said. But really, what even is the standard if when you go A, they tell you to go B? If you go B, they tell you to go C. It's like they're not even allowing you to rest. Even in that same box, there's still like a smaller box. It's so inconvenient.
And
you cannot
and I think
breathe.
That's where Simi was going with that write-up, where she said, as a woman, you can as well just be what you want to be. Because if you're anything else, people would still talk.
Honestly,
so like I said,
work hard, do what you want to do.
Exactly.
As long as you're doing the right thing and you're not ruining your life, you're not ruining anyone else's life or in the process. Also, just do you. Be good. Like, allow yourself to breathe. And talking about that healing, so many times, aside even trying to heal from people for what people has done, we also need to heal from what we have done to ourselves. Because a lot of times we've made mistakes like that, like the causes of our own hands, and we suffer the consequences. But sometimes you just need to think about it and okay, let me let this go. Because if you don't let it go, you're in this kind of rut with yourself, in this kind of emotional, sadistic kind of rut. You don't even like yourself. And when you don't like yourself, how are you going to handle relationships with people? Because someone comes to you now, just say something or annoys you, and the primary issue, the root of the issue is what you have with yourself, but you just explode and it becomes something that is you
take it out of proportion.
Exactly.
So basically, so in the month of February, just like she said, we touched on that as regards women and relationship, and just like I was saying, that was the highlight of it for me, the whole relationship we have with ourselves, because that is what is gonna determine the kind of relationship we have with maybe romantic relationship with a man, and also with
even just
society,
friendships.
even friendship. It is all in one space.
Definitely.
And you cannot pour from an empty cup. So that's why we said it's important you look after yourself. So we'll still touch on in the month of March, where we talked about women and finance.
That was such a critical
talk. One
it was critical.
Oh my god. But let's go on this musical break, and when we return, we'll touch on that a bit. Don't forget, it's Soul Sisters on Flow FM 92.7.
This is Soul Sisters. Soul Sisters.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM, it's where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in, no matter where you are. Non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM, it's where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in, no matter where you are. Non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM.
The Flow radio station. This is the Soul Sisters segment for this Friday, and we've been doing a recap of everything we've talked about in the first quarter and in this month of April before we end, so that next month we begin a brand new segment. And we talked about how we talked women and relationships in general, and specific also in February and in March. I mean, March was a women-centered month
because of International Women's Day.
Women's Day, and then I'm hearing that I think this month of May there is Mothering Sunday. I'm like, what's the difference between Mother's Day and Mothering Sunday? What's happening?
Don't start with all those Sundays that is always for mothers.
I just feel like it's too much, but okay. Yes, and in the month of March we celebrated International Women's Day, and we talked about women and finances. Talked about, oh goodness, we cannot overemphasize the importance of finances, right? Whether it is managing or making or just investing, saving. We did so much in the month of March. It just we talked about Hawaii, financial independence for women. It's not supposed to be just a desire, right? It's a necessity for security, dignity, and freedom. You see that?
To buttress on what you're saying, I was watching an Iyabo Joe interview recently.
Okay.
Iyabo Joe was on the popular TV show, and her daughter got married.
Yeah.
She's a single mother. She got divorced at the time, and they were asking her certain questions. For them, they said that what matters is, at the end of the day, as a single mother, when you train your children, that your children turn out correct. Yeah. And now she had a daughter, Priscilla, who was getting married. Yeah. And then according to her, she said her son is going for his master's degree.
Wow, that's fantastic.
They were congratulating her. And the reason why I brought her up with this whole financial independence thing, because she, they were asking her, how would you advise other single mothers who are, single women who are struggling and stuff. And she was just advising them that as a woman, your hands need to be working. And she said she can't remember any time in her life that she was not doing business.
Wow.
Even as an actor, even going on set, she was always looking for something to sell. And according to her, she said she just found favor with people, that sometimes people bless her and maybe dash her food stuff and stuff like that. But the point is the whole financial independence thing. She according to what she said it didn't really bother her if the father of her children provided or not. But she made up her mind.
Say that because
she made up her mind that she was going to be she's going to stand on her foot and do the best she can for the children
and for herself.
And I'm like,
that's
wow,
so amazing.
I'm like, wow. And I think during the show, someone called in and I've forgotten the question someone asked, and I think Iyabo made a particular statement. She was like, "It's only a woman who is lazy that will suffer." This was the statement she made.
Some people are going to be like, you don't know what I'm going through. Like, how can you say that? That's so insensitive.
That's what she was. She was like, it's only a woman. The point is, I think don't take it out. I think the point of the matter is the lazy.
Yes.
But in fact that you don't want to do something, you just expect maybe manna
don't
to fall
really
from
think
heaven.
about the suffering and everything. There are people who work hard and
to be very honest,
struggle.
I feel like life happens to people. I'm so sure that most of these women who are single mothers today, nobody planned it.
Yeah.
They didn't tell themselves, when I grow up, I want to be a single mom. No, it doesn't happen that way.
It's not like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Exactly. I want to be a single. No, life just happens. And what happens when life happens? You have to get up on your feet.
You need to now happen to life when life happens to you.
You understand? That's the point, really.
Catch the rema.
Catch the rema there. So when we talk about financial independence for women, you see, we're not just talking. And I think it was on Soul Sisters I also shared this, where I told you about, was it on Soul Sisters? I think it was on Soul Sisters. I said there was this woman I know who her husband was like the breadwinner and everything. Yeah. And after he died, 2 years after she died as well, because she couldn't keep up. The pressure was too much. How was she going to pay?
Like, guys, high blood pressure is real. That thing is so real. It's like a silent killer, because you don't know what the person is even like going through. Just something little, you might see that this is such a little thing. It's not supposed to like get your hopes high and everything, but somebody who has responsibilities that they don't even have an idea how they are going to handle it, how the children are going to feed, they might not even be thinking of themselves, because they're like, I can still endure it, maybe hunger, suffering and all that, but the kids, all of those thinking can just cripple a person. Sure. And we're talking high blood pressure. These things can cause stroke even. And I mean,
and it will shorten your life.
Absolutely.
To shorten your life at the end of the day.
I love that during talking about women and finances, we were not, scared to talk about the hardest parts also. These financial taboos and mistakes that people make.
We talked about that. We touched on that.
I mean, it was just so brilliant. And it was one of those episodes we talked about a particular book.
Yes.
That you and Danny, talked about. Smart Money Woman.
Smart Money Woman.
Come on. See, I am... If I recommend a book for you, I am like an official member of the book club. So listen, if I recommend a book for you, you have to know that book is mind-opening. It is good. That's just like capital GOOD. If you're a woman out there and you want to learn more about how to manage your finances, you should pick that book up. That book will open your eyes. It's not the book that would hand you money or hand you financial independence, but it would arm you with the tools and the curiosity to seek financial independence and better managing finances. That is a really good one.
And also something else that I don't know if we touched this. We talked about extra income. Now, Brenda and I were talking about something off air, and we're talking about in the present economy that we are now, with the reality of what Nigeria is, and both of us, funny enough, we're sharing the money that was in our account like two days ago.
Just
I'm talking Thursday. Like today is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Day before yesterday, like
just
Thursday.
one day in between.
Excuse me. So we're talking about the money that was in our account and the money that is there now. And we're like, and then both of us are asking ourselves, what did we spend? She's asking herself, I did not
Like,
even
am I
buy
a bad
anything.
spender?
And then I'm asking myself, but I did not even buy anything.
Did I eat too much?
So you see where extra income comes in. Because the truth is, I don't know. To be very honest,
Yeah.
Brenda, I don't know. Which money, see, with the way Nigeria has become now, in the reality of the times we're in, how much would you make that you tell yourself,
this is enough.
I'm good. How much is our minimum wage? Sorry, in Nigeria,
In Nigeria,
70.
Yeah.
And you know the value of it now. It's not the value of it.
70.
Is it 70 or
I
something?
think it's around between 70 and 77 because I think a few months ago I checked it was 70.
I think it was 77 or something. But
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is the value of money now is not the same the way it used to be.
At all.
So sometimes and I think I was having a conversation with someone else and we're like, 10K is the new 1K. I'm serious.
You mean the 1K? I feel like
10K
500.
Oh,
because
okay.
I was reading a book recently.
Say 10K is 1K, then 5K is 500.
I was reading a book recently, and it was talking about the time in the 70s when there was civil war and all of this, and how robbers would write letters to some houses and say they would come to announce they're coming, and they said they take minimum of 1,000 naira. But now this was the issue. At that time, the 1,000 naira was enough to buy a car. 1,000 naira then was enough to buy a car, and I was like, excuse me. So like do you know that now 10,000 naira cannot. Okay, let's not go too far. 100K cannot buy car.
So where we're going at this conversation is where
the
extra
value
income,
of money,
value of money, and then where extra income now comes in as a woman. So you have to be on your feet and keep looking for things to get you extra money. Any legal thing that you can do.
Yes, definitely. Legal, please, and moral.
Emphasis on legal. That will get you extra cash. It's really something you should be looking at now because, unfortunately, just like they say on social media, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
And one thing I wanted to add quickly is was it 2 weeks ago, a new kind of like realization dawned on me, and I was like, but really, what really is money? Is it the bills, currency? But I realized that was not what money is. Money is value. So sometimes it might not even be the cash, the bills, the currency that you need. Basically, because what you want to use that currency and bills to do is to provide something for you to live on, like to provide sustainability. So if there is a value that you can sell and provide that thing that you need for sustainability legally, also provide it. Seek for ways that you can up your game and make
Your
yourself
skill.
even whatever skill you're into, just learn, continue learning so that you can increase your chances.
Definitely. And our minimum wage is 70K, by the way. Okay, so we'll go on this music break, and when we come back, we'll touch on the last thing we touched on in the month of April, which is women and hygiene. And then, of course, we'll see if we'll wrap things up on Soul Sisters for today. Still Soul Sisters on Flow FM 92.7. This song is a very dear song to me, and I'm sure it's a dear song to every other person out there, where these two people just got together and they made this so beautiful.
Oh, my
I'm talking about Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown, and they're singing No Air.
This is Soul Sisters. Soul
Topics and the
Sisters.
music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM, it's where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, Non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter where you are, non-stop vibes, non-stop hits. This is Flow FM 92.7.
Good morning, Ilori. You know what time it is. Wake up with us and get your day started right.
We've got the hottest headlines, trending topics, and the music you love back to back.
You already know we keep it fun, fresh, and real. Mid-mornings with us, you won't want to miss it.
We bring the energy, the laughs, and of course the tunes that gets you through the day.
Afternoon on Flow FM is where the culture lives. Music, entertainment, and all the gist that you need.
And if it's trending, you already know we're talking about it.
Stay locked in, Lauren. It's Flow FM, baby.
The night's young, the vibes are right, and we are flowing past midnight. You ready to chill? Let's go.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Stream us live, call us, send us a WhatsApp message. We're just a tap away. Flow FM 92.7, your Go with the Flow radio station.
From sunrise to midnight and beyond, one station keeps you locked in. No matter.
Each time these two get into the studio, something is like fire.
They want to bag a Grammy every time.
And their combo is
together.
so lovely.
Yeah.
You know, Bruno being like an R&B guy, and then Cardi with her rap battle and everything, her rap going on for her. It's really beautiful. Yeah, still Flow FM 92.7. You go with the Flow radio station, and it's still Soul Sisters. We're doing a recap of most of the important topics we've touched on from the past months, right? And we'll just touch on this last one just before we, run out of the studio.
Yeah, we've talked women and finances, women and relationships, and in this month of April, we went into women and hygiene. I mean, we talked about personal hygiene, menstrual hygiene, physical hygiene. It was really good. We talked about how, taking care of yourself to be, it's not about being appealing to people or appealing to men or just taking care of yourself just so you can look good to men. It's about like your dignity, your safety, and your health even, because your hygiene speaks so much about your health condition. And we talked about how it is very important, very necessary to take care of yourself, bathe regularly, take care of your environment, the surroundings around you, because there's this thing my mom used to say very well, and she would say fine girl inside, dirty girl outside. Like, what's the point of like being all flashy outside, wearing the best nice clothes?
You mean fine girl outside, dirty girl inside?
Fine girl outside, dirty girl inside. Yeah, what's the point of looking all flashy and fine outside when inside it's like...
I remember back then in secondary school when we used to, I went to a boarding and day secondary school.
Okay.
And so I was a day student at the time. And so I remember back then when we come to school, then now, like, I don't know, a mixture of childishness and teenage exuberance.
Yeah, puberty is
exactly that puberty age. And so when we come to school back then, you see we'll be doing these tiny gossips in class. Yeah. And like, this girl, if you know her in dorm, we call it dorm, the way she behaves in dorm, the way she behaves in the hostel, you see her all clean and this, and then her roommate will be like, I don't like this girl. Yes. Then our check then used to be like our compound wear, as we called it.
Right.
Used to be like this check, and then we had the uniforms we call the pinafores.
Yeah.
You dress in some setting where they're like, oh, this one is just, if you see her in dorm, like. So I remember then whenever like we do all these small gossips about this certain ladies in class, then it just has a way, I don't know, it has a way it changes your mindset towards the person.
Yes.
Then when you see the person, you be like, you're not giving that judgment look like, so this is you now. But
I know all about you.
I hear that in the hostel you're not really clean and stuff like that, which is not right. But I think that's the point. That's the point where we are talking about hygiene and how very, very important it is throughout the month of April. Basically, we'll focus on women and hygiene. And I love it because even the month of May that is coming, we will not escape it, because amazingly on the 28th of May is World Menstrual Hygiene Day.
Oh, perfect.
So I know when we get there, we'll talk about all those things.
And
everything
we talked about
need to know,
menstrual hygiene also.
Every single thing we need to know about that, and how it is very important as ladies to keep our spaces clean, our environment clean. And I think I was talking to the engineer, and I don't know what were we even talking about, and he said he wants to know if the lady is dirty or not. Okay, I think we were talking about
the cohabitation
talk, and then he's like, he doesn't really bother himself about any other thing, but particularly he wants to see how the lady behaves.
I mean, that topic was such an explosive
one. If she's clean or if she's dirty and stuff like that. And how people can just jump on you. Like, you could have like maybe impromptu visits in your house, and then people will know if you're clean or not. Okay, is this how you behave and stuff like that.
And talking about that topic,
I'm so sorry to cut you, but talking about impromptu.
Yeah.
This is like a personal question. Do you really believe when they say the first impression is usually the correct one?
I don't believe that.
So you believe in giving people second chances?
Yes, please.
Because there are people that will be like, this is what I used to judge you for throughout my life. Stuff like that.
Because sometimes it's like, I actually really do believe in second chances and all, because what do you mean you want to show up at my place impromptu to just check how I am? Like, my hair is probably undone. Like,
because I'm
it's
at
not
home.
even combed.
The thing is, no. See, the thing is, because I'm in my house and I'm not trying to impress you.
Yes.
Because my hair can be looking undone. I can be
get to breathe.
I can be looking like my problem. It's not your house, it's my house.
Exactly.
You get? I can be looking like my problem, so you can't judge me by that.
That's my space.
But that's not to say that you will not clean
your
your
really
space.
am. I know exactly.
So that's not to say that you will not keep your environment clean.
Second chances are
stuff
important.
Like that. But this is for people who don't give people second chances.
So people say it's guilty conscience and making us advocate for second chances.
Probably
now.
The engineer will be listening to this and he'll be saying, because you know what? I think we're having a conversation about making the bed when you wake up.
Right.
And so he was like, he's a person who makes the bed when he wakes up.
Sorry,
and I'm like, okay, that's good. But what if you need to teach your partner? He said, no. How would you wake up in the morning and you don't make your bed? I mean, that. I'm like, is this how you are?
Let's not lie. Let's not tifo. Which one is immediately making your bed when you wake up? Come on.
Will you not stretch?
We don't do exercise. We don't brush. I mean, we don't bathe. Okay, what do you mean?
No, but see,
you not eat.
you
what do you mean?
Won't you eat? Won't you let me breathe? Is it not? Is it your bed? It's my bed. I slept on it. But this is just on a lighter note. But what we're just trying to say is, as women, we need to pay attention to our hygiene. For our sake, for our health's sake, for the sake of people around us as well. And for me, I feel like when it comes to physical hygiene and all the stuff, it's something that really how do I put this now? How do I say this? It's something that really tells a lot on your integrity.
True.
As a person. Because there's a kind of way you'll be like, they'll be like, you know how it is now. People would easily write you off.
You know
how do I put it?
You know how some people act like they don't do this now, but I will catch them. You know how you're not very open to, when you see kids that have rolled in mud and dirt, you're not really open to carrying them. The way you see a baby that is looking all fresh and cute, you want to hold, you want to carry, you want to kiss, you want to do everything. Exactly.
That's the same impression.
It's the same thing,
impression. So people might just be looking at you like, you know, they might not really come out to say it, but
even though in this case it's not even the baby's fault.
Do you understand?
But
in this case, in this case, it's not the baby's fault, but you still don't want to carry the baby. How much more an adult? You know, he's giving a little bit of social distance vibes.
3 meters.
3 meters away.
Yeah, and I've been talking about the topic that the men's club and the Soul Sisters talked about last week and everything.
Oh my God.
It was such an explosive one, which is why, Flow FM is doing something special tomorrow. Do you know what they call crossover? Oh my goodness.
This studio is going to be on fire.
The Soul Sisters are invading the men's club tomorrow. Did you hear that? Invasion. Like,
when you say invasion,
we're not going in softly. Like, we're coming in hot.
I think I'm watching too much of these serial killer movies, because when you say invasion, what is coming to my mind
serial killer invaded the house.
You're like, your money or your life. Everybody get down. You know.
Oh my goodness, we're going to be having a crossover show tomorrow right here on the men's club. You're meeting the sisters and the men together. We're going to be talking, and it's going to be explosive. So stay tuned, though. If you miss this one, it go to pain you.
It go pain you. Please don't miss it.
Absolutely
and I want to say a big thank you to you for staying tuned to Flow FM 92.7, for listening to us today on Soul Sisters. Next week, Soul Sisters will come again, and it's going to be interesting as usual. It's going to be the month of May, and definitely we'll have something new packed for our sisters. So you definitely want to tune in and expect something really, really interesting. For me, I'll be back again about top of the hour, 6 p.m. for Flow Friends. So I'll be leaving you in the hands of 1 hour of great music, and this is us on Soul Sisters saying a big thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for staying with us. And in case you missed this, you could catch us up on YouTube. Just go Flow FM 927. You see what we discussed today, and then you know. Keep yourself updated on that. But yeah, thank you so much for staying tuned. Keep it locked here. I'm still here. The Flow Weekend Wave still continues. 6 p.m. I'll be back for the Flow Friends. Now, this is a beautiful song coming from Zoe Wees, and it's titled
Like Us.
Girls Like Us.
I so love the song.
You're gonna love the song as well. So yeah, keep it locked here.